I'm honored to invite to the stage Mr. OSCER DUICH, President of the Jewish Community of Vienna, to say a few words.
I would like to cordially greet the Federal Minister of Education of Austria, Dr. Sonja Hammerschmidt, the Minister for Education of the State of Israel, Mr. Naftali Bennett, the Chairman of the March of the Living, Mr. Shmuel Rosenman, all ministers, government officials, and representatives of various organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are opening the March of the Living, a march of commemoration from Auschwitz to Birkenau, places that symbolize the greatest crimes against humanity, places that we will forever remind us of what anti-Semitism, racism, and agitation led to. Survivors, descendants, and young people from many countries, Jewish and not Jewish, together we are commemorating the millions of victims of the Nazis. Together we are taking a stand. We will never forget, we will never let hate, intolerance, and prejudice win. It's impressive how many young people are willing to challenge themselves and learn about the Shoah. Participating in this march is more than an extraordinary experience. Every single participant has the opportunity to learn and to return home with the stringent will to make a difference. Just a few days ago, the Jewish community of Vienna presented its anti-Semitism report for the year 2016 to the public. It emerges from the report that today, 72 years after the Shoah, anti-Semitism is on the rise in Austria. But we see it as well in most European countries. Traditional right-wing anti-Semitism, as well as anti-Semitism from the left and Islamic anti-Semitism. Jews are verbally or physically attacked. There is graffiti of Nazi symbols, convictions under the Prohibition Act of 1947, and so on. This illustrates how important it is to alert the public to such events and create more awareness. War, terror attacks, fundamental Islamism, and rising anti-Semitism alienate and scare people all over Europe. A pessimistic view of the future and withdrawing from public life are no solutions at all. I trust that Europe's youth will not be satisfied with populist promises. The basic rights of democracy and humanist values are the foundation on which many young people build their actions for a better world. It is the responsibility of politicians and educators to support them in that. But it's also the responsibility of the individual in their daily lives to set an example, to show courage, and to take a stand against anti-Semitism, racism. The March on the Living is a march of commemoration. But when all of us here march together, it's also a proof that nobody is alone when they fight for justice and fight to keep the memory alive. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to see such a large number of participants, among them ministers, high-ranking officials, journalists, and representatives of the Jewish community of Vienna. Thank you very much.